The European Dream. You've probably heard na sobrang ganda sa Europe. Pero umaandar yung pagka-cynical ko sa mga gantong bagay kasi ang dami ko ng lugar na napuntahan na sinabihan akong maganda, amazing, incredible. Pero nung nakita ko in person parang very underwhelming. I'm currently in Europe as I'm recording this episode in Italy in particular. And in just a few days of being here sa continent na to, ang dami ko ng feelings about my experience. Let's talk about my Euro trip so far, particularly about mobility and cycling. This is Buji Babiera and you are listening to Tambike Session, an anima podcast. I'm currently in San Piero Asieve, a few kilometers away from Florence. From Manila, nagland ako sa Paris in France. I spent a day there and then I flew to Rome. So flight ako. Bumili ako ng flight ticket from Paris to Rome and I was there for a few days. Tapos nag-train ako to Florence and then to San Piero. Bakit hindi na lang ako lumipad from Manila to Rome? Well, that's another kwento. So, kakaiba yung experience ko dito. Story time! So, andito ako sa Europe ngayon because I'll be attending a wedding of a friend. Ako yung bridge nung Italian friend ko and yung Filipino ah, sorry, yung Italian groom and yung Filipino bride. So ako yung bridge nila, ako yung common friend and I had to be here because the love story wouldn't be possible without me. So, alam ko na pupunta ako ng Italy. Pero I chose for some reasons of being anxious as a Filipino, I chose to get my visa in France. And at the same time, I want to spend longer than in Paris because I really want to be immersed in the city. So, lumipad ako through Etihad Airways from Manila, stopover sa Abu Dhabi, and then from Abu Dhabi, lumapag kami ng Charles de Gaulle, kung ano man yung pronunciation. It's near Paris. And pagkalapag ko pa lang ng airport, I would say na I was expecting a more grand type of airport. Kasi sa Abu Dhabi, ang ganda ng airport. Grabe. Pero pagdating ko sa Paris, parang, sucks lang. Okay lang. Normal lang. Kasi 'di ba, usually yung mga international hubs like Singapore, yung Changi Airport, ang ganda. Yung airport sa Bangkok, incredible. Yung sa Sydney, parang napawaw talaga ako. Pero pagdating ko sa Paris, parang, or at least sa Charles de Gaulle, parang yung airport near Paris, okay lang. Nothing, I think nothing special. No hate, but siguro ang dami ko lang, I was expecting more. Anyway, pagdating ko ng Paris, I met a friend who lives in London. Nasa Paris din siya. Sabay kaming pupunta ng Rome kasi attended siya ng wedding. So nagkita kami sa big train station nila, which is Nord de Gare or Gare de Nord. Anyway, pumunta kami doon, nagkita kami, and yun, pagdating ko dun sa big train station na yun, yun talaga, parang nasabi ko na parang, wow, this is a first world train station. As in, ang laki niya, and it connects you to different places. Doon kami nagkita kasi yun yung connecting train namin papunta sa another airport, which is Orly Airport, na andun kasi yung flight namin papunta sa Rome. But, yung flight namin is still in the evening or late afternoon. So we decided, since it's very early, mga 9 a.m. pa nung lumapag kami, we decided to just go around and explore nearby Paris. By the way, yung train station, na sinasabi ko is nasa center na ng Paris yun. Nasa Paris na siya. So, ang ginawa namin, nag-brunch muna kami. And oh my God, sobrang sarap ng croissant, sobrang sarap ng pagkain, ang sarap ng kape. And ang unang-una kong napansin talaga ay sobrang daming bisikleta. Like, everywhere. You'll just see people cycling. Punong-puno yung bike racks sa tapat ng train station. Sa loob ng station, ang daming may bit-bit na bisikleta. It was incredible. Ang ganda makita. Like, I was thinking, this is this is a dream for the Philippines na someday we hope to see something like this. And I read in books, I read in articles that France and Paris used to have terrible traffic problems, and the government now, especially during the pandemic, wanted to switch in a more sustainable form of transport, which is Paris. Sorry, which is cycling. And cycling in Paris is made easier because they built proper infrastructure. And when I say proper infrastructure, as in may priority yung active transport sa mga kalsada nila. The bike lanes are wide enough, they're separated, respected yung mga siklista. At least what I saw during my few hours of stay in Paris, ang daming nagbibisikleta, different kinds of bikes, may scooter, merong cargo bikes, road bike, city bike. Ang ganda lang talaga. Like, parang nasabi ko, I wanna have something like this in the Philippines too. And to be fair, alam nyo, it's summertime in Paris. While hindi pa siya ganun kainit, pero mainit siya. But people still choose to ride the bike. But to be fair, iba siya eh. Hindi malagkit kasi kahit na mainit, hindi malagkit yung feeling. Hindi ka pagpapawisan kasi, I don't know, maybe Philippines is just so humid. So, ang hirap din i-compare. But, yeah, ang ganda tingnan sa Paris. Parang yung mga tao nagbabike doon na walang helmet because they know they'll be safe. And it's so incredible. Madaming nakapark na bike. Meron ding mga rentals where you can easily just get a bike and use it para kung gusto mong pumunta sa sa destination mo. Kasi if you don't want to walk. So, ang ganda talaga. Parang cycling in Paris is just, I think it's a good way to move around. And then after nun, so nag-ikot-ikot lang kami, picture-picture, ganyan, kain-kain, window shopping, and then we went back to the train station kasi magte-train kami papunta sa Orly Airport. And grabe, alam nyo, yung trend doon, I would say, hindi siya mura, hindi siya mura. Parang more than 1K ako for those two train rides na worth like 40 minutes each ride. Mahal, pero at least efficient, on time, and pwede din bisikleta sa loob ng tren. Nakakatawa nga eh, I met an old lady there. Meron siyang bisikleta and pinuri ko siya like, wow, it's good that you're cycling, sabi ko sa kanya. Tapos, di ba sinasabi nila yung mga Parisians daw masusungit. Pero in fairness kay madam, ano siya, very friendly naman siya at kinausap niya ako pabalik. At very, ano siya, dami niyang kwento. Sinabi niya na, oh, you're in Paris. Uh, you can really ride your bike, but sometimes it's crowded, so you have to find your way. Kasi nga siguro parang nakakahiya na may dala kang bike tapos pack yung train. But anyway, pagdating namin sa airport, sa Orly, medyo napaaga kami ng konti. Ang ganda lang ng observation ko doon kasi ang daming tumatakbo. As in, ang daming parang nagra-rush sila para paabot yung flight nila. And then sabi ng friend ko, ganun talaga, parang sumasakto lang talaga sila sa check-in time sa flight nila. Tapos, doon ko naisip na, o nga no, yung mga Filipino, kahit maraming Filipino late, we're known for Filipino time, pero pagdating mo sa airport, sobrang aga ng mga Pinoy. 3 hours before the flight, 2 hours before the flight. So, ayun, very interesting to observe. So, lumipad na kami. Pagdating namin ng Rome, it's also, the airport is quite underwhelming as well. For an international hub, medyo ano lang siya, sakto. It's not bad. It's not bad. Like, it's not naiya bad, but it's okay lang. It's normal. Tas very interesting kasi yung floor nila, mix yung arrivals and departures. 'Di ba sa sa mga airport, usually, magkahiwala yung mga lalabas ng city na yun, tsaka yung mga papasok, hinihiwalay nila. Sa Rome Airport, it's the same, parehas. You're mixed with each other. So after namin Rome, hinintay pa namin isa naming Filipino friend who flew from Manila to Rome. And then we rode the train. Yung train system ng Rome, which is they call it sa parang Trenitalia. Ang efficient niya. Ang dali niyang i-navigate, daling mag-book ng tickets. Medyo expensive, but it's very, very efficient. Pagdating ko ng Rome, ang nasabi ko na lang ay, wow. Wow, sobrang ganda. Lalo na sa city center. Vatican City is a different country, pero Vatican, incredible. Ang ganda, goosebumps levels. Pero pagdating mo ng Rome, sa city center ng Rome, it's very well preserved. Imagine Intramuros, but buong Maynila. Parang ganun yung vibe niya. Yung alley nila, yung mga buildings, it's preserved, yung cultural heritage nila, it's still there. It's incredible. And I was walking for days. Siguro 4 days kami doon. I was just walking. Literal, pinaltos talaga yung paa ko. Even though I'm wearing the most comfortable shoes. Pinaltos. Kasi parang, wala maglalakad ka lang talaga at maglalakad doon para ma-enjoy mo, para ma-imbibe mo yung city. You can rent bikes. Madami ring nagbabikes doon. But Rome is just too crowded. It can be difficult to ride a bike, especially on busy streets. So sabi ko, "Oh, magbabike kaya ako dito? Wag na lang kasi baka mas mahirapan pa ako." But it's really nice to see tourists riding their bikes. May mga locals din na nagbabike, but most of them, they're just walking. Can be difficult, but very doable. So I also went to the outskirts, sa suburbs ng Rome. And less people cycling. It's more people are using their cars. Pero ano siya grabe, medyo nakakatakot lang kasi ang bibilis na mga kotse doon. As in, but what's amazing is, pag malapit na yung pedestrian lane, ang bilis na rin nilang huminto. Parang, alam mo yung yung, di ba, syempre, nung lalakad ka sa pedestrians, anticipate mo na yung kotse na darating. Ang bilis niya, so ikaw matatakot kang tumawid. Pero kapag nakatawid ka na, akala mo mababangga ka, ang bilis din nilang huminto. Ang galing nung ang galing nung transition from speeding to taking a break para umabot at huminto para sa mga nagko-cross sa pedestrian lanes. So that was Rome. Very, it's like a city built for people. Talaga. Ah, lalo na yung sa city center. Ang ganda-ganda. Trains are efficient, very walkable yung city center. And wow, gusto kong bumalik sa Rome. and sa Vatican. Pero siguro more of with family because they'll appreciate it more on religion, more on culture. And after Rome, with all of our baggage and all of our luggages na dala-dala, nag-train lang kami to Florence. And I would say, what I really like about the trains in Rome, kahit ano siya, kahit na train station within the city lang, ano, yung mga elevators nila gumagana. Madami lang vandalism, madaming alam mo yun, sira-sirang walls, yung TV pa nga dun sa train station where we stayed. Ano parang binasag, literal na binasag. Pero ano, at least efficient, gumagana yung elevator, very PWD friendly, very inclusive, na something that I wish gumagana or something na meron tayo sa Metro Manila or pinaprioritize sa Metro Manila. Anyway, going back to the story, pumunta akong Florence, kasama ko yung friends ko, but magkaiba kami ng accommodation. Nakatira ako sa San Piero Asieve, which is like a province according to a local. Province na daw to. 40 minutes away from the city center of Florence. And for and around I think it's around 30 kilometers away from from Florence. Ikwento ko muna kung ano yung meron sa sa Florence. Kasi I think so far in this trip, yun na yung pinakamagandang lugar na napuntahan ko. Grabe, as in, yung cathedral, yung architecture, yung art, yung sculpture. It's like Rome, but more grand. It's more calm, less touristy. That's why it's easier to ride the bike. Parang ganon. It's easier to ride the bike in Florence. And most of the locals there, they bike. So aside from walking, they bike. So may mga nakita ko mga nanay na may kasamang mga anak. May yung mga bikes na may carriers, mga naka-suit, mga naka-dress, may mga naka-cycling attire din like sports cycling attire, different. Sobrang dami. The bike racks are full. May mga nakapark na dun nakakabit na yung bikes nila sa mga railings. Wala na dun sa mismong bike rack kasi sobrang puno ng bisikleta sa Florence. I wanted to ride a bike in Florence, pero nagkulang ako ng time. And I was just you can't bother me to find, you know, rentals anymore. Kasi ano na ako parang wala, sobrang overwhelmed ako with the beauty of Florence. Sobrang ganda. Tapos very fashionable pa yung mga tao. So sabi ko, naalala ko yung friend ko, sabi ko sa kanya, alam mo, gusto ko yung ganyan, no? Like, gusto ko yung pormahan na ganyan, na I'm quite fashionable, not necessarily in suit, in formal wear, pero para ang cool ko tingnan. Tapos konti lang yung naka-helmet din doon kasi they're not speeding up. Ang hirap. Medyo cobblestone yung yung most parts of Florence, but it's fine. Tapos medyo mainit, I would say. Mas mainit yung Italy. Like Rome and Florence, mas mainit siya kaysa sa Paris. But cycling, they don't mind. They don't mind. They just bike. Kasi they know that it's easier. And siguro, nasa philosophy na rin nila about being sustainable. And what I noticed about Florence, because it's a busy city, and more people are on bikes, it's more bikeable than Rome kasi nga less yung tao. Ang daming cargo bikes and it's better, more efficient kasi konti lang yung mga streets na pwede mong pasukan ng car in Florence. So cargo bikes would be easier for businesses. May mga dala-dala silang mga paraphernalias for their business, mga ah, supplies, yun, nasa cargo bikes nila. Sabi ko, possible, no? Kasi iniisip ko dati, I wouldn't, if I'm carrying so many things, magdadrive na lang ako or magbubook ako ng Grab or Angkas. Pero in Florence, ang massive. May mga ano nga may mga tone-toneladong basura dala ng cargo bikes. And I also observed na booming din ng electric bicycle dito sa Italy. Ang daming naka-e-bike, mga matatanda, mga even young people, they ride their e-bikes. And I would imagine because it's more efficient than, a manual bike, or tinatawag nating acoustic bike. So naka-electric bike sila. Ang ganda-ganda. And here, I'm staying in San Piero Asieve, which is quote unquote a province in Italy. And this is a haven for leisure cyclists. Konti lang yung nakikita ko nagbabike commute. Well, may mga naka-folding bikes, dala-dala nila sa train station, nakikita ko, or going around the city. Pero mas madami ako nakikitang mga leisure cyclist. And according to my host, sabi niya, meron daw kasing trail dito sa San Piero Asieve, around, where people bike from, different parts of Italy. Tapos isa to sa mga main stops. Kaya madami ring mga uh, bed and breakfast dito kasi ang daming nag-hike, ang daming nagbabike, at ito yung nagiging stopover nila. So for leisure cycling, I guess this is one of the best spots in Italy. I have yet to explore, but dami kong nakitang mga leisure cyclists dito with all their panniers, with all of their, bag, with all of their things attached to their bikes. At naka-helmet na sila kasi syempre adventure cycling na yung ginagawa nila. So yeah, that is so far, yan ang aking Euro trip adventure. I've been in Paris for a day and then almost a week. Well, a week na ata in Italy. And I'll move to Venice next and Vidor, another province. And then afterwards, I'll spend one more week in France. In Paris, doon lang ako. Madami pa akong pupuntahan sa Europe and I'm so excited to ride the bike in Paris. Siguro doon ako magbibisikleta. And maybe in Vidor kasi sabi ko doon sa friend ko, I I hope I can borrow a bike. Pero since it's wedding time there, baka busy kami, wala kaming time to ride the bike, so I don't know. And baka sa Paris na lang. And there's an ongoing exhibit uh, the the Parisian government turned their streets for people in lieu of the coming Olympic Games. So follow nyo ako sa Instagram if you wanna see my adventures here in Europe. I post real time sa IG stories. Pero syempre baka napakinggan nyo to, nakauwi na ako ng Pilipinas. But my post, static posts are still there. On Facebook, Buji Babiera, I also post my adventures there. But in general, just follow me on Instagram kung gusto nyo ma-update sa aking mga mobility and cycling advocacy and some of my adventures and misadventures. Again, this is Buji Babiera. Thank you for listening. Magkwentuhan ulit tayo sa susunod na episode ng Tambike Session.